In this session, before we make our final 16, we'll fight for the European Darts Matchplay title on Sunday. First match of which is Germany versus Latvia. The big cheer you heard was for this man, Martin Schindler, the number 13 seed. As the crowd continue to be in great voice here in Trier. Up against this man, Madars Razma, who defeated the German player in the first round in Dragutin Horvat by 6 legs to 3. But this time he'll be up against not just Martin Schindler, but 2,500 voices here in the Trier Arena. Schindler, who's burst onto the scene in recent time, and has taken some big scalps along the way. But Madars Razma, Razmataz, has also taken some big scalps as well this season, including Josie D'Souza and Gerwin Price in events. So, no mug. Martin Schindler will have a tough game.
Game on.
I'll turn my microphone on and then I'll start chatting. How about that for a plan? Because here in Trier, we might be seeing something we've never seen before. Because seeds and big names have been tumbling out of the tournament on a regular basis. We've seen more seeds lose than win so far, including the defending champion Joe Cullen just now, missing 7 match darts against the Diamond Ian White. And it means that in the top half of the draw, this is the last remaining second round game in this half of the draw, not a single player has won a European Tour title before. Admittedly, we've got the European champion Rob Cross, who's made loads of finals, but he hasn't won one. So 59. Opportunity knocks. You might think it might be a different picture in the bottom half of the draw. Well, let me tell you, with 2 games to go, there are only 2 former Euro Tour title winners in that half of the draw, and they are scheduled to meet in the quarter-finals, potentially. So whatever happens, we are going to get to the semi-finals with a maximum of 1 former winner on the European Tour this weekend. It is exciting times. Opportunity knocks. And yes, the prospect of winning a title and £25,000 is great. But £25,000 in ranking money can do wonders for qualifying for things like the World Matchplay, the World Grand Prix, the European Championship. It can change careers. It can turn careers around. And maybe Ian White surviving those 7 match darts. He is one of the former winners, by the way. The other one, Luke Humphries. Well, things could really, really happen this weekend for somebody among this field. And Martin Schindler, the German number 2, but probably the best player in Germany right now, has got to be looking at this as a massive opportunity. Or maybe you shouldn't be looking at it like that at all. Just treat it like a normal game of darts. Everything will take care of itself. But it's going to be tempting to look at it that way. As Razma eyes up 76 for the opening leg. 15 off leaves 61. And it'll be up to double 18. It's a double that he likes.
But he'll be back, with Martin back on 180. Schindler winning the German Super League.
100.
Was part of the Germany World Cup team as well. And made a final of a players event in March when he lost to Michael van Gerwen, I believe.
He did, and he was absolutely spectacular that day. He was threatening to break the record for the number of 180s hit by a player in an individual players championship event. He was right up there, well over. He was in the high 20s, I think. But it is the scoring power that he's added to his game over the last couple of years, Martin Schindler, that's made him a very, very dangerous player who is doing things he's never done before, making ranking finals. 56. And looking very, very good to play potentially starring roles in some of the TV tournaments this year. It's a pretty circumspect opening leg from him. But here we go, the little man from Strasbourg finds his range.
With the first 180 of this tie, as Razma is going to plan B, he's going downstairs.
And he will do that a lot. Madars Razma, I mean, there are times when he'd just be better off playing on the treble 19 than the treble 20, because he's incredible at hitting it.
98.
Moving over to the 18s. Didn't need to do that because Razma cannot leave a finish from here, and there's an argument for just staying on the 20s because you had that marker dart there. But some of these habits, it's difficult to shift. You've got a certain number, you go for a certain target.
Yeah, this has been a leg to forget for Madars Razma. Schindler 164, looking to set this one up. Steady turn, what are you looking for? Only 60, but he's got an ocean between him and Madars Razma in this leg.
139.
But the Latvian does make some inroads.
Martin, you require
Schindler not really under any pressure here. Tunnel 4. 86. Treble 18, leaves 32.
72.
But under no pressure whatsoever after 15 darts to leave double 16. Razma will be looking for a ton. Needs a ton, needs a treble. Doesn't
60.
get one.
Martin, you require 32.
Well, Shin need to level up.
Games on the second leg.
And Trier approves.
Game on.
Indeed they do. 16 darts for the wall.
97. 44.
These two did meet at this stage in Stuttgart on the European Tour earlier this year. That one went the way of Shindy. Razma was very quick to point that out.
133.
After his first round win against Dragutin Horvat, he said, look, got one over on me there. But he's a player who's doing things himself that we haven't seen him do before. A couple of last 16s on the Euro Tour, both of them this year.
100.
Every couple of years he seems to make a ranking final, but he's getting better, Madars, and he's on the verge of making the big TV tournaments that he's had his eye on for years, but never quite got there. And look at his treble 19 prowess. Look at it.
71.
Great example of what you said, Dan, of how good this man is on the treble 19s. Sometimes staying down there, it is
Madars, you require
maybe not the
100.
plan B game, but the B game's better than the A game, then why change? Ton coming in. 2 darts at tops. Schindler a mile behind. 2 10s.
Games from the third leg.
An even 100 for Madars Razma to lead 2-1.
Well, 3 legs in, all holds of throw, and all with just no pressure at all.
60.
It has been very, very pedestrian challenges against the darts so far in this one. And Madars is going straight down to the 19s.
133.
Well, it's working.
And this is, now the one thing he does have to bear in mind when he does this is that it does leave odd numbers and he has to get the sums right, because you end up leaving bogey numbers and things like that.
140.
So he just needs to be a little bit aware. He'll probably go back there now. He may go up to the 20s now. No, he stays down there.
95.
See, now he's left on 273, and so a level ton won't get him to a finish. I mean, if he goes 2 treble 19s and a single, gets him to 140, that's okay, but it's just another thing to think about.
But no change, still staying down there. That lie was good from that first dart. The second dart was expected to be in the treble, and is. How's the third?
95.
Deflection. Going down to 178, but as you mentioned there, Dan, when you're good on that 19s route, you're always in trouble. You're leaving yourself odd numbers.
140.
Schindler back down to a finish on 101. And Razma sticking to his game plan.
Well, I mean, don't fill it up with a 171. That would be silly, Madars. Oh, that is beautiful, though. That is an absolutely incredible setup shot. Piling the pressure on Shindy. Is he up to the task? Double 16 says he is. And double 16 is there.
101 finish for Martin Schindler. That's woke the crowd up as well. And he's telling the crowd, come on, get behind me. You're too quiet.
95.
No change from Madars Razma. Keeping to his plan.
60.
Can this be off-putting, Dan, to an opponent when a player does this?
No, not really. It shouldn't be anyway. I mean, unless sometimes you can get a little bit blindsided by players doing odd things on a dartboard. But Martin knows Madars plays like this. He'll do it every now and again. And as far as Martin's concerned,
96.
if Martin goes ton 40, he leaves 161. He's on a finish after 3 visits, and he's hit 4 big trebles. Madars can hit 4 big trebles playing on the 19s and end up on awkward numbers like 173 and 171. So, Martin, you play wherever you want, pal. I'm playing on the better treble. Now, Madars is making this decision because he feels that he's more likely to hit the treble 19. If he hits the treble 19 instead of a single 20, it's still a good decision. And here, he's going to stay on the 19s. And look at this. I mean, he could fill this up. And happy days. He's just doing the numbers here. There's no benefit for moving. But he is doing. I mean, I'm not really sure I understand that. But
Leaving himself 97. Schindler back on 287. Looking to fill his boots here. And does so.
There's that 180 power that we mentioned with Martin Schindler. He's already taken out a ton plus finish. The treble 19 deserts him this time, not going double-double, so it's the 18s he wants. He gets that. Double 12.
73.
Some way off, and Shindy, if he can repeat the little trick from the last leg when he took out the 101, he'll go into the lead.
107. That leaves 50. That leaves 14. So double 7.
Right next to the double 16 that he wanted to leave. It's not far.
We're just checking with our scorer.
100. Madars, you require 24.
To leave 7. Madars for the holder throw. It's a good guide. Slide it off the barrel. Not that way, the other way. Well done. Oh, just look what it means to him. Oh, yes, sir.
6 leg Martin to the first. Game on.
That silenced some in the crowd, and he's still having a go at them.
A bit of a swagger from Madars.
140.
You don't often see him that fired up. Oof. Steady on. And he's just taking a moment because I think the adrenaline's coursing through the veins. And he wants to just compose himself. We're back playing downstairs on the 19s.
95.
He's got full go in price mode tonight, as Madars.
55.
Great angle of the Schindler throw in all its glory. We'll have a look at Madars here. He's going downstairs on the 19s.
97.
And now Martin's turn.
Yeah, it's one of those intriguing games of darts where you've got two people, when you just look at them as physical specimens, you do wonder how they're playing the same sport, but it is one of the majestic things about this game. Madars Razma, all limbs, but quite graceful and elegant with it, like a ballet dancing giraffe.
96.
Martin Schindler, I don't think he'd ever apply that description to him.
Indeed not. 167, he's going to have 2 visits of the hockey to try and level this game up at 3 apiece. Down to 70, Madars 2-1-3, but staying downstairs. Now going to go up.
96. Martin, you require 70.
1-1-7, Schindler. Hits the treble, 2 darts, double 8. Well, level game.
54.
Just inside, unlucky.
Madars, you require 117.
One treble required for Madars for the first break of throw in this contest and to open up a little bit of daylight between the pair of them. Look at him. It's a combination of trying to keep calm but also fire himself up. The 19s rescues him again. And double top is there, it's 4-2. And the leading light in Germany is in trouble here in Trier.
The Latvian goes 2 clear. Finishes of 100 and 117 so far for Madars Razma. And Razmataz continuing the game plan, staying downstairs in the 19s, but he's got to switch straight away. He's blocked the bed.
99.
Schindler with it all to do, chasing the game. That's a good way to start. But this is a great reply from Razma. And a little fist pump as well from the Latvian. Try and silence this crowd. 2 out of the 4 German players already through to the last 16. Schindler trying to make it a third, but Madars Razma is having something to say about that.
71.
Down to 98 after 9. A very good leg this from the Latvian. Schindler with the response.
2 180s in this leg from Shindy, but it may not mean anything. Double 12 again. 5-2 Razma, massive shot. Schindler stranded on 41 after 9 darts thrown, and Razma thinks he's got his man here.
He's 3 up. Just needing 1 more for victory.
100.
And Schindler's got to do this the hard way to win 4 on the spin. And so far, German players in this competition, though. Lucas Venning did 5 on the spin this afternoon. Gabriel Clemens did 3 on the spin. Martin's going to do 4 on the spin.
140. $128.
Razma showing his talent here. He's now on the 18s. 2 loose darts, losing the
29.
line for Schindler. Opens the door momentarily for Madars. He's now on the 20s.
Oh, he can hit anything. His first 180 to go with a couple of 171s. And Madars Razma is giving himself a chance to win this emphatically by 6 legs to 2 against a man who is averaging mid-90s. It's not been poor from Schindler, but he's just been outgunned by Madars in this one.
77 to go. Treble 19. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Finish with a 137. Why not? On double 10.
Martin, you require
1 match start. Schindler's got to do this. Got to raise the roof with a 132. 82. Unlucky.
Well, it looked inviting as well. Well, there's the proof. It was inviting. He could fit another one in there, but he couldn't do it with the second dart when it really counted. And Madars Razma to seal this 6-2. We talked about this being a massive, massive opportunity for somebody in this half of the draw. We don't have a single Euro Tour winner in the top half of the draw.
Razma, 1 more dart to go. Off the battle inside.
Martin, you require 7.
4 match darts missed. And he's all the way back to 5-0-1, Madars Razma. And after Joe Cullen missed 7 for the match against Ian White, might we see something similar transpire here?
As Madars Razma goes back to Old Faithful.
86.
Schindler's going to do this the hard way. He's going to have to break Madars Razma twice in the last 3 legs to take this. And Razma's scoring has been excellent in this game. especially his first 9, and there's proof of it on your screen.
59.
But all of a sudden, the scoring seemed to have deserted him in these first 2 visits.
59.
Not punished by the wall.
Only 59 from Razma. Time to step in on the 18s. Second one's loose. Might want to get away. That is great. That is superb. To leave 1-3-4.
Martin, you require 100.
I think Madars Razma has resigned himself to this leg and gifted it to Schindler.
94.
To leave tops after 4 visits. Madars back on 2-3-9, goes back downstairs to Old Faithful. Using the bullseye to get down to a finish. Martin Schindler to reduce the deficit to just 1 leg, and will have the throw in the next to try and level up. 5-4.
Well, a very accomplished 13-darter to break the Razma throw for the first time in this match. He will have to hold and then break again in a last leg decider. But with this crowd and with Martin Schindler on a bit of a charge, will Madars Razma be able to hold it together if it does go to a last leg decider? The only 2 times he's beaten Shindy in their 7 previous meetings, it has been in deciding legs. But neither of them were on big stages with 2,500 screaming Germans stood behind him.
That's an excellent visit though from the Latvian. Schindler. With the whole of the Triad Arena behind him. 2 strong visits for the number 13 seed. As Madars going back to doing what he's doing best. And another good visit from the Latvian. They're level after 2 visits each.
Comes down for the 19s.
97.
Gets the treble, but 1-2-9 is an awkward check out. Surely he comes upstairs here, up to the 20s. Yes, Madars Razma in a much better position.
Schindler, 1-2-9. Gonna start in the 19s, can't finish now. And he's all over the place. He's only 8 scored in 2 darts. 1-2-1. All of a sudden, the pendulum of momentum is going to be swinging Madars Razma's way to try and clear 90 to take this tie.
Madars, you require 90.
Another 20. Another match dart.
65.
This one misses by a millimetre.
Martin, you require
It's 5 now that the Latvian number 1 has missed for the match.
Schindler should have a dart and a double to take this to a decider. 71. He's going to have to go for the bullseye. Maybe not. Double 8. 5-5!
What a rescue act from Shindy. He has dragged himself back into this. Yes, he's had to survive 5 match darts, but that is the face of a man who believes this game can be won.
Razma with the dart in the last, and what a way to start for the Latvian.
133.
Well, this is a test for Madars Razma. This is a test.
A troublous visit though for Schindler. Lucas Venig was 4-1 down against Chris Dobie, won 5 in a row to win it 6-4. Gabriel Clements 5-3 down to Darryl Gurney, wins 3 on the spin to take it 6-5. Martin Schindler was 5-2 down here, has done 3 on the spin One more, and it'll be yet another German comeback. He's back in the leg.
Going on the 20s here because he could use the bullseye last start. And does do. Good use of the board from Madars to get to a finish, giving himself an option. If he needs it, he might do.
96.
He's going to have two visits at 167 to spoil the party. Trying to get this down to a two-darter as close as possible.
42.
Oh, dear. Slip.
Oh dearie me.
A real slip, and Madars Razma, he might be in a spot of bother here. He has controlled this deciding leg up until now.
100 will do. 125 for Razma. Different way, but he can't finish it now.
Yeah, went the 18s, a single 18, he could have gone treble 19 and bull. Usually see the bullseye brought into play first start, but Madars Razma does not get a sixth match start from that visit, and he can do nothing to stop Martin Schindler having a poke at this. One treble required.
113, he's found that treble. 16, double top. As a deafening silence awaits this dart. Is it a roar or is it silence on the wire?
Madars has missed 5, Shindy has now missed 1, and the Latvian #1 has got to banish the memories of those mismatched darts and finally make one find the target to reach the final day of a Euro Tour for just the 3rd time in his career. And the Latvian has done it. An astonishing display of defiance from Madars Razma. Martin Schindler would not go away until Madars Razma forced him to, but even then he had to survive that dart at tops. It was a tense one, but Latvia's #1 will take on Wesley Plaisier for a spot in the quarter-finals. A stage he has never reached before. It is yet another seed to fall here in Trier this weekend. We've got 2 more games to come for you, with Dirk van Dijvenbode and Jeffrey de Zwaan in an all-Dutch encounter to round things off. But Florian Hempel is the other German we see in action tonight. He's about to go toe-to-toe with Dimitri van den Berg.
Madars, congratulations. It was a massive fight there, but especially in the beginning there. So many checkouts from you with the last dart in hand. Mentally, that was very, very strong what you did there.
I'm sorry, but I can't remember any scoring, any check. Oh yeah, just the last checkout, yeah. But what I want to say, it's amazing to see everybody here support local player like Martin, Gabriel, any other German player. But you know, I don't know. I can't say about other players, but I'm playing for fans as well. There is big difference to support local player and like whistling his opponent. That's a bit disappointed, but good to win, happy to win, and tomorrow no local player. Yeah.
Ich werde es kurz direkt übersetzen, was Madars gesagt hat. Er sagt, er freut sich natürlich, wenn so viele Leute kommen, um die lokalen Spieler, um die Deutschen zu supporten. Was er schade findet, ist, dass dann einige hier anfangen zu pfeifen und zu buhen. Sagt er, aber am Ende spielt er auch für die Fans und will die Leute auch unterhalten. Und ich finde, er hat genau recht.